Hey guys, Ashley here, also known as the Israeli fan, back here with another video. And today, no, I'm not talking about Cobra Kai. I decided that I'm going to save that Reddit post video part 2 for tomorrow. The post is very, very long, and I think it just turned 5 o'clock. It's 5:16. So I thought I'd do something a little bit different, and I thought I would continue my WWE series reviews. I honestly have not done one since I talked about the heat of the moment, and that one surprisingly got a lot of views. I know usually people don't watch them. Like I said, I just post on when I do rants or like reviews. I do it because of my own enjoyment. I don't really care about subscribers that much. I never not to make suicide right. I didn't make YouTube to care about subscribers because I'm not a self-conceited person. I made it because I'm a creative person. I like talking about stuff. I like making edits about things that I've seen, like couples or something. I did it for my own creative process. So even if there's videos that people don't watch, at least I know that I did talk about this. And this is something different and fun. Like, I honestly wanted to talk about this because this is something fun and different. I plan on doing the same thing with Sims 3 series. If you guys want to hear that, I know the couple videos that I made about ranking the couples that got a lot of views. So I'm thinking like maybe I should talk about the Sims 3 series, like talking about season 1 and give my thoughts on season 1. So that might be like a special video that I might make. So don't know, you might get it tomorrow. But I do know that I do need to make the Cobra Kai Reddit post video, and I need to talk about Hawk. It is a must do because the way they wrote Hawk's character in the later seasons is very criminal. But today I thought I was really thinking long and hard about what the WWE series I wanted to talk about, and I kind of want to save some of my favorite ones for last. So I thought I would talk about Desire. This is honestly one of my favorite WWE series. She doesn't have them anymore. She deleted all the seasons. There was 7 seasons. The only season you can watch on YouTube is season 7, which is, to me personally, one of the worst seasons. I honestly really did enjoy Desire for the short period of time that she did have it. Honestly, I think the last good season for that was season 5. 6 and 7 I didn't really jig with. My favorite seasons that she did do are seasons 1, 2, 4, and 5. Season 3 is okay, but it's a very slow burn season. It's kind of just like picking up where season 2 left off with all the drama. But me personally, I feel like 6 and 7 were just not really my cup of tea. I'm trying my best on how I can approach this series because every season there's a new different cast of characters. It got ridiculous to keep up with who she's introducing. I felt like there was a new cast of characters in each fucking season. So I think the best way I could do this is talk about the characters that I remember that were here, that I somewhat cared about, or like even if I didn't care about them, like kind of like who didn't I care about that she had here? The Rock was on this cast for a long ass time, and I honestly didn't care about The Rock. So I'll just start with the characters, I guess, and then I'll probably talk about the seasons. So the characters. I'll start off with Brie Bella. I honestly did like Brie. I thought her storylines in seasons 1. I think everything with her and Roman Reigns, her and Roman Reigns are together in this series. And if you watch my channel, I'm a huge Reigns fan. I honestly think if her and Roman Reigns were not married today, they will honestly be together. That's just the fantasy I have in my head. So her and Reigns are married in this series. In the first season, they're not married. It's kind of like the beginning of their love story in season 1. Everything with Brie in the series was really good. Brie and Roman went through so many ups and downs in this series. A lot of the ups and downs were very questionable. It did make me question their relationship. There was a lot of stuff in season 2 that I didn't like Roman Reigns locking her down in a basement. Wasn't a big fan of that. I wasn't a fan of him in season 3 of like him getting her a security guard and watching her every move. I wasn't a fan of that, and I wasn't a fan of the season 6 storyline with, I guess, like, not even guess, like, him essaying his own wife. Like, that was ridiculous to me. the fact that she would have Roman Reigns stood that low to do that to Brie. Honestly, Brie really should divorce them, in my opinion. But she found out that she was pregnant after that happened, and she decided to keep the baby. That just seems so like what the fuck. So what the fuck? That's why I don't like season 6, because season 6 is just all over the place, which I'll get to when I talk about the seasons. But me personally, I did like Brie. I thought Brie always had something going on. I feel like season 7 is really when she kind of pushed Roman and Brie really into the background. I kind of didn't fucks with that, but I did enjoy Brie. I feel like her and Roman Reigns always had something going on. So I guess we could shift to Roman Reigns. I did like Roman Reigns. Don't get me wrong. He had a lot of moments in the series where he just kind of just like went too far for me. Like I said, like him locking Brie in that basement and him trying to get her the security guard. And then him like essaying her because he wanted more kids. Like I didn't fuck with that. But not only that, I thought Roman Reigns was a really good husband. He did put Brie and the kids first, and her calling him Teddy. It was so cute. Roman Reigns and Isabella, they were so cute together. They were honestly just couple goals. Like they were good together. I did like them. I like the fact that she decided to put them together. It was a good idea, and I did love the relationship. Even though I didn't agree with some of the ideas, I did love the relationship in the series. They always had something to do, and I love that. The next person I want to talk about, Seth Rollins and Nikki Bella. Now Seth, he was really interesting in the first 2 seasons. Like he was really just like on a warpath in the first 2 seasons. Like it was weird to me that him and Brie were together, but yet they didn't live together. Seth stole a whole bunch of money from Roman and Dean out of their bank accounts to pay off his debts without telling Brie. And like him and Brie, it was like they were in a relationship, but it didn't feel like one. He was never home. They were never really together. Like it was just weird. And then when we get to season 2, we find out that he actually cheated on Brie a whole bunch of times when they were in high school, and pretty much throughout their whole relationship, he was cheating and sneaking around with other bitches. And not only that, he slept with Nikki Bella behind Brie's back, and they both kept it a secret. When she revealed that in season 2, I was like, what? Nikki slept with Brie. She slept with Brie. Nikki slept with Seth behind Brie's back. Like, that's so sleazy. Like, that is so sleazy. We'll get to Nikki Bella in a minute, because, child, her character, like, that was so sleazy. And, like, her and Seth kind of having, like, Seth and Nikki kind of have, like, this sexual relationship behind John's back. Nikki Bella supposed to be married to John Cena in season 2. Like, it was really interesting. I did like the slow build up to her and Seth Rollins, with her getting pregnant and them deciding to become a family. I did like that, but honestly, I kind of felt like after everything with Seth Rollins in season 5, he kind of just existed on the cast. I kind of feel like he stayed way too long. I kind of feel like it was just time for him to go. After the whole storyline with him and Nikki Bella in season 5, which I'll get into when I get into the seasons. Let's talk about Nikki Bella. Me personally, I did like Nikki a lot. Especially like in the first 2 seasons, really. I did like her pregnancy storyline in season 3 as well. But she really had Nikki Bella acting like a hoe. Like, that's just called spade a spade if you did watch it. Nikki Bella was a hoe. She was fucking with John Cena and Randy Orton at the same time. And then she cut off Randy Orton and got with John Cena. And then in season 2, she was cheating on John Cena with Seth Rollins. He found out because Seth Rollins recorded them, and he sent a sex tape to John Cena. He divorced her. And then she got mad at Rosa Mendez for being with Randy Orton. Talk about that's my man. Like, she was really just a hoe. Like, she was a fucking hoe. H-O-E. Like, I did like a pregnancy storyline with her in season 3, and her and Seth Rollins getting together in season 4. In season 4, them becoming a family. And then she ruined that in season 5, honestly, in my opinion. And I feel like after that, Nikki Bella, her character just stayed on for way too long. Like, her getting back together with John Cena at the end of season 5 just felt so anticlimactic and just very stupid. It was just like, why are we doing this? Like, I just honestly feel like Nikki Bella, her character stayed for way too long, in my opinion, after season 5. Like, why is she still here in the cast at this point? The next person I want to talk about, there's a few characters I want to talk about. Some of these characters really don't matter Like Rock, he stayed for way too long. His entire storyline was with that girl Majorette, them being in a relationship. He was with Maurice at first, that didn't work out, and then he got with Majorette, and they were in love, being with each other, and then he slept with Maurice and got Maurice pregnant, and then Majorette found out that she was pregnant, and then she got into a car accident, and she lost the baby, and her and Zeph fell in love with each other, which I didn't mind, but I didn't care at the same time, if that makes sense. So yeah, The Rock, he stayed for way too long. Majorette stayed for way too long. She was just nothing more but a plot device, honestly. She never really seemed to be in the real cast. I feel like she stayed too long. Having The Rock and Maurice both stayed towards like the end of the series, that was ridiculous. Randy Orton was here for a short period of time. He kind of didn't do nothing, and then she brought him back towards the end, and I just didn't care. John Cena was in here. John Cena stayed for way too long. John Cena was, I think his last season was season 5, I believe. John Cena was here. He was with Nikki. Then he got with Jamie. I didn't like, John, why are you here? Your storylines don't matter. I don't care. Like, he stayed for way too long. And then she kept Jamie here and kept her and AJ Styles on the cast. Like, for what for? Why? And then I think I remember, Randy Orton and Angelina Love were a couple. That's an odd pairing. Like, there were a lot of couples who just were here for absolutely no reason. They had no plot lines, no storylines. They contribute nothing to the plot. Like, why are they here? Like, not even that. There were a lot of characters who stayed on for way too long in this series, in my opinion. Like Rock, Maurice, on some extent, Seth Rollins, Majorette, Nikki Bella. Like, a lot of these characters stayed on for way too long to do a lot of nothing. And then, I didn't talk about Dean Ambrose. I did like the storyline with Dean Ambrose and Renee Young in like seasons 1 and 2 with her getting pregnant, but she won't be able, she can carry the baby to term, but there's a chance that she won't be alive if she does deliver it. That was interesting with Dean Ambrose having to make a choice between either her or the baby, and him eventually choosing the baby, but it's not easy losing your wife in a circumstance of childbirth, and like him pretty much being a single father, and then he met Ruby, if I believe that's her name, the name that he hired. They eventually fell in love. They got married and raised their own little family. They were cute, but they kind of didn't have a lot of storylines, really. Like, they just didn't do a lot of nothing. Like, there were really a lot of characters that really did a lot of nothing, and you can really tell that, like, as the seasons went on and on and on, she was really struggling on trying to find something for a lot of these characters to do, and then that's when the storylines got really stupid. So now that we have shifted from the characters, let's talk about the seasons, in my opinion. Now, let's talk about season 1. I thought season 1 was a masterpiece. I think there was like 15 episodes of season 1. Really good season. Loved all the storylines. The Roman Reigns and Bella storyline 8 in season 1. Season 1 was a really good season. Season 2 is easily the best season of Desire. It is absolutely great from top to bottom. Seth Rollins is on a warpath. Roman Reigns is paranoid. And then Rebella gets into a car accident. Like, this season was so good. The only thing you can take out is the stuff with The Rock and Maurice, and the stuff with Randy Orton and Rosa Mendes, and you still have a great season. You still got the stuff with Seth Rollins and Nikki Bella in this season. Like, this season was so good. A really good 15 episodes, like, absolutely wonderful. Season 2 was a masterpiece. Now, season 3. This season is very, very forgetful. Like, I don't even remember half the shit in this season. I know Nikki Bella was pregnant. I know Roman and Brie had their patch up. They were, like, kind of just, like, going through the motions in the marriage. And then they patched it up. Roman said he was sorry, and, you know, they both decided to patch it up. The thing with Dean Ambrose and the nanny thing, like, this season was just really a slow, very boring season. I understand it was just like a setback season after everything that happened in season 2, but just a very boring season in my opinion. Like, this is one of the seasons that I don't go back to when I did watch before she deleted them off YouTube. So yeah, season 4 was actually a really good season. I was having such a hard time understanding why The Rock was still here. Like, he really didn't do anything. he didn't really contribute much. Like, he really didn't contribute much. I know The Rock is her favorite wrestler. If you go to her bio on her YouTube channel, he is her favorite. But he did a lot of nothing in this series. Like, what did he contribute? He did a lot of nothing, in my opinion. Like, a lot of nothing. It was like he was just used as a plot device to get with somebody. It's like, is he going to have a storyline at some point? Like, come on. Actually, no, the season 2 storyline with Maurice about, I think it was Jack Swagger, if I believe, stalking her and coming into her house. I didn't mind that. And him paying somebody off to kill him. I didn't mind that. But that kind of didn't go anywhere. Like, Maurice just broke up with him in season 3, and now it's just kind of like the end of it. So, yeah, moving on. On to season 4. I honestly really did enjoy this season. John Cena is still here. I don't know what the fuck for why. Nikki Bella had the baby. Her and Seth Rollins are becoming a family. They're falling in love with each other. Brie finds out that she was pregnant and then she lost it. She had a miscarriage. She was afraid to tell Roman Reigns. And then they decided they want to keep trying for kids. Absolutely loved it with them. I'm trying to remember what else happened this season. What was Dean Ambrose and Ruby's plotline? Don't remember. But this is still a good season nonetheless. Like, yeah, they did focus on certain people. Like, this is when they did the couples trip in Las Vegas, I believe, which was very good handled episodes. It was really nice to see it go off in a good way without any, like, chaos or anything like that. I think that's when Brie told Roman that she was pregnant. And I believe this is when John Cena proposed to Jamie, which is like, who cares? But season 4 was actually really good. Season 5 was a really, really good season. This is where she should have ended the series, in my opinion. Because Roman and Brie had a baby in this season. Everything with The Rock and Majorette in this season, absolutely loved it. Oh, I forgot. Majorette did come in season 4. Her and The Rock fell in love or whatnot. The Rock slept with Maurice, got Maurice pregnant, and then Majorette got pregnant. She left The Rock, and then she lost the baby in a car accident. Seth Rollins came in to help her. This season had so much going on. It was so good. Season 5 was such a great season. And what else happened? Turns out that Nikki Bella and Seth Rollins, their baby died, I think from like suffocation. And it turns out that the nanny killed the baby because she was trying to seduce Seth Rollins and it didn't work. And in the mix of that, I remember thinking that was stupid. I still think it was stupid because it was such a dumb way to break up Nikki and Seth. But then it just felt like when they broke things off that they were just staying together because of the child, which I hated that too because I honestly thought they were growing real genuine feelings for each other, but I guess not. Nikki Bella was secretly seeing John Cena behind Seth's back, which is just like, why did she write that? Why did she write that? And she ended season 5 in a way where it's like we are going to have to see a freaking, not to get a season 6. It was just ridiculous, honestly, to end season 5 like that. Season 5 should have ended on a high note. I mean, they did the Bahama episodes. They did another couples trip in season 5. I feel like season 5 should have ended on a better note than like, oh, you have to do it in season 6. On to season 6. This season is very, very forgetful in my opinion. Like, I don't remember much. We did have the Roman and Brie back and forth with him wanting more kids, which, like I said, I told y'all, I'm not a fan of how he basically like forced himself on Brie. I didn't fucks with that. The Rock is trying to manipulate Majorette into coming back on his side so they can be a couple. Jeff thinks that she is falling in love with him, so Majorette and Brie move all the way to Texas. Like, they basically like run away and move to Texas. It was like so absurd, and like they were both pregnant while they were doing this. It was just so absurd to me. I'm thinking like, is she serious? Like, moving them all the way to Texas? Like, this is also when Zeph and Nikki are trying to solve the case on their daughter on what really happened. Nikki was trying to seduce Zeph into cheating on Majorette. It was just really a dumb season. A very dumb and forgetful season in my opinion. Like, I don't remember 99% of this season. Those are the things I remember most about season 6 for Desire. And on to season 7 of Desire. This season is very forgetful. This is the final season. It's very, very forgetful. Brie and Roman did nothing in this season. She made them glorify extras in this season. Like, how do you do that to your best couple? Like, they were honestly the best couple. How do you do that to them? I don't remember much of what Nina and Ruby did in this season. Like, I couldn't even tell you. Nikki and John Cena were going to get married. He left her at the altar, and then her and The Rock randomly got together. It was really cringe. It was like, ew, like, gross. And that's pretty much all I remember. I don't remember much from this season. Like, I honestly couldn't tell you. I don't remember what the final episode was about. Like, I don't even remember. So, Desire is personally one of my favorites. It was. Too bad I can't watch any of the old seasons anymore, like season 2-ish. But I did enjoy it for what it was. I mean, was it some of the best writing? No. Was it some of the best storylines? No. But she never failed when it came to the drama sometimes. Like, the drama was good. Like, when it was good, it was good. When it was bad, it was bad. But I think, to me, I think what kept the series from being good was the lack of direction with the characters. I think the more that she kept characters on who didn't do much is where she was struggling to find storylines to do with them. And it showed. It definitely showed. Like, what is she gonna do with Nikki or Zeph and The Rock? Like, a lot of characters stayed on to do absolutely a lot of nothing, in my opinion. And I felt like a lot of that could have changed if she would have had done some adjustments. But other than that, I really do love Desire. If I had to grade it and give it out of a number or a grade, I would give this series a solid B-. Honestly, because I did enjoy some of the seasons, and I'll probably have to give it like a good 8 out of 10 on the scale. Because again, I have seen better series better than this, but again, not the worst WWE series that I have seen. So that was my thoughts on WWE Desire, the series, and I'll see you guys next time.